He had 1 second on the clock. He inbounded and greened it with my hand in his face. I'm telling you, McGrady is crazy. McGrady? 97. McGrady that he has is a 97. Almost everybody that he has is a Galaxy Opal or Pink Diamond. He has one, the guy that I'm playing right now. He has one diamond. No, sorry, he has 2 diamond on his team. But I have like 5. Yeah. Nice. 4? 3 or 4? And then 3 Galaxy Opals. Space to have fun and privacy. Time to recharge our batteries. And moments never forget. I only have 3 Galaxy Opals. No, sorry, my bad, my mistake. I have 4 Galaxy Opals because I got one out of a reward. I can't sell him. Yeah, he's on my team, yeah. Yeah, damn, Skippy, I put him on. I'm trying to scare people to quit.
We need to reduce plastic waste in the environment. That's why America's beverage companies are bottles are made.
Yeah.
We're carefully designing our bottles to be 100% recyclable, including the caps. They're collected and separated from other plastics.
Nothing. No, I try to scare people to quit, so I put them all on. All right, so they see my lineup, and they see Galaxy Opal, Pink Diamond, Pink Diamond.
Hi, I'm Wolfgang Bach. When I started my online store, Wolfgang Bach Home,
Nope.
I knew there would
Because he has way more Galaxy Opal than I do.
That's why I chose ShipStation. ShipStation has
Yep, and his bench. Yeah, like the first 4 people. Yeah, he does.
ShipStation, the #1 choice of online sellers.
But he's not using them.
Go to shipstation.com/Wolfgang and get 2 months free.
Yeah.
There were no application fees or any weird hidden fees. Now that I refinanced the slash, I know I'll finish paying off my student loans way sooner than later.
I feel better about my student loans.
Visit splashfinancial.com today.
I thought this guy was gonna quit. I already did. Yeah, his overall is higher than mine. I was hoping. Most people see LeBron and then they're like, whoa, no. He has Magic Johnson, Tracy McGrady, Jokic, and like the son of Jokic guy, whatever his name is. And then he has what's his name, Doncic. Yeah. Yeah, that's part of that. And he has Paul George. Galaxy Opal. He started. He just put him on what's it called? You just put him back on. I'm actually streaming right now, so you can actually see his whole team. But I'm not streaming on Twitch though.
Before that week was out, Republicans in the state legislature had all
I'm streaming on YouTube, so.
to stop the state from ever doing that again. Why? Because
Ooh, you got my McGrady.
People like voting that way, and they did vote that way, and
Oh no, you don't.
without any problems. And so Republicans have
must be stopped. Despite Iowa Republicans' efforts, the Secretary of State, the guy who'd been so proud of Iowa voters for breaking those turnout records, he did manage to send out absentee ballot applications to everyone in the state again for the general election.
Oh my God, get on McGrady, bro.
And guess what? Iowa voters liked that, and they broke turnout records again. Another wildly successful election for Iowa. Over 3/4 of registered voters in the state cast a ballot in the November election, which is huge. Well, over half of those voters voted early. It was smooth, no hiccups, no problems. So it must be stopped. Iowa's successful display of robust, easy, participatory democracy appears to have driven.
Whoa, you still? Oh, you made that shit?
They have now decided that too many Iowans voted last year, and they're just not going to let that happen.
Oh yeah?
Iowa's Republican governor has now signed a law which bans the Secretary of State or anyone else from mailing out to everyone these applications for absentee ballots. That's the thing that made it so easy for so many people to vote by mail. If you do vote by absentee ballot in Iowa, your ballot will no longer be counted unless it's received by the time polls close on election day. Even if it's not your fault, it's the Postal Service's fault that it got there late.
Nope.
Oh, and by the way, polls will now close an hour earlier for same-day, election day voting in Iowa. Why did they shave
Yeah, no, I know you're gonna follow me.
on election day? No
I was
idea.
waiting for it.
The law also cuts over a week off the early voting.
Who the fuck?
When more than half
Yeah,
the votes
I'm
were
up
cast
too.
in the last election. They're cutting 9 days.
I'm in the third
off
quarter.
the voting period. Why? And if any local elections official takes any steps to make voting easier in an individual county, that election official can now be charged with a felony. This is really what Republicans are doing. They really did look at the most successful, highest turnout election in Iowa's history that had no
I
problems.
guess so.
And they
Oh,
themselves
how do you?
to make sure that never
This guy's J.R. Smith just shot a 3 in my face. Really?
But while Iowa may be
Really?
forced across the finish line here in terms of getting a voter suppression law
Whoa, 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 buddy, whoa,
legislature and
whoa.
signing the law by the governor, there is a very big long line of Republican legislators and governors who are very close on Iowa.
He has a diamond, J.R. Smith. There's no Galaxy Opera, J.R. Smith.
Different voter suppression bills that would limit absentee voting, limit early voting, add more voter ID requirements,
Oh, yeah?
specifically limit Sunday early voting.
Ooh, shot another one.
Polls events from church right to polling places.
He's making me angry.
In Arizona, Republicans in the state legislature are batting around all
This guy forget.
themselves.
Maybe y'all forget Simons can fly.
Overturn any election results it does not
Get in front of him, Simon.
to tossing out any absentee ballots that aren't postmarked
Run,
by
Simon.
Thursday before election day, even if the ballot arrives.
Ooh, Simon can fly. He got
They're
wings.
working hard on this in state after state after state. They're doing
Yo,
everything.
dog, he has wings.
As I said, Iowa is the first over the finish line on this. The new Iowa anti-voting rights law is officially on the books, including the threat to local elections officials that if they do anything to make it easier to vote, they're going to prison. And
Even this guy's 6'3". His standing dunks at 95?
Relentless and successful voting rights litigators filed suit to stop it. Mark Elias successfully
But
litigated
bruh.
dozens of bogus Republican challenges to the 2020 elections and Republican efforts to make it hard to vote in
Nope.
those too. Can he stop this new wave of voter suppression laws? Does he have other ideas about how they can be stopped besides in court? Mark Elias joins us next.
Oh, that was almost stolen. Let's go. Let's go. Maybe I forget. This little 6'3" motherfucker can fly. Ooh. Damn. Green. Yep. It's pull away time, baby. Oh, he got that 3 right the back. Oh, I thought I hit that 3.
Allergies don't have to be scary. Spray phonies.
End of third quarter, start of fourth. She packed me one. No, she did not.
OMG. This Premier Protein Cafe Latte is beyond. Rich, creamy with that caffeine kick. With 30 grams of protein, 160 calories and just 1 gram of sugar. Premier protein, too good to be good. We believe in best friends.
What? No foul?
At Del Webb, we believe in growth, movement, and the awesome power of the get-together. We believe in beautifully designed homes with innovative programs.
He was nowhere near me. And my bar got so small.
Make life better.
No lie, that was
We believe you'll like it here.
that was some bullshit. He was nowhere near me, and my bar got so small.
Not the case when you buy a great used car with shit. Of course, if you really want to waste a bunch of money on a brand new car, you can just do this. Now, technically, that's littering, so I'm going to go back and pick all that up. Shift.com. Used cars never felt so new. Getting out the campaign.
Hi, Mr. Charles. We made you dinner.
Oh, thank you. Ready?
Yes, I am.
Real. Sustainable luxury at up to 90% off retail. Louis Vuitton,
Damn.
Gucci, Celine, Cartier, Tiffany, and hundreds more. Shop, consign, repeat. Get 20% off select items with the code REAL.
About 2 to 3 weeks into new, I saw a commercial on TV. I go, you should have me on the commercial because I eat candy.
Oh, I thought it was a foul.
I'm a third generation candy maker.
It's so sustainable, and I don't have to deprive myself. It corrected all of the bad habits that I'd gone into.
From a both physical and mental standpoint. It's just
Wait, what?
I taste candy every day for a living. And if I can lose weight on it, so can you. Visit new.com.
Yeah.
Change your life for good.
medical school was very stressful. I lost a lot of hair during that time. Nutrafol is 100% drug-free and it's natural. You can't argue with clinical proof. Start your hair growth journey at nutrafol.com.
Yeah.
We're excited to do business with you, but before we sign, I gotta ask.
Even later, still would have been a big name though.
We searched you online, and maybe you can explain this.
I can't believe that garbage is still coming in. That is so false.
Frustrated with your online search results?
I can't turn around with this dude. I'm only up by 4.
Improve their online reputation. Get your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 1-877-866-8555.
Miss Carter threw it up backwards and scored. I'm done.
Delivered straight to your door. It's super
Backward.
easy to skip and schedule deliveries. Take a short quiz.
Vince Carter tossed it backwards. You want to go do a layup? And ran away from the rim and tossed it backwards.
In 2020, Iowa.
Yeah, my team. I wouldn't be happy if you was the other team.
Credible allegations of voter fraud from the Iowa election, or even really any non-credible ones. There hasn't even been any major allegations of fraud, even made up bonus cards. I mean, Trump won Iowa in 2020, so did beleaguered Republican Senator Joni Ernst. Because Republicans won in Iowa in 2020.
Yo, go. Who's your point guard?
Sideshow press conferences and hearings that happened in all the swing states that Trump lost. But nevertheless,
Well, if you get a chance to,
no claims of fraud.
buy the studio.
Iowa Republicans have made it their mission to enact
Ooh, Simons.
to restrict voting rights, and the Iowa Republican governor just signed it into law.
I think it's going for like 23,000.
Democratic voting rights attorney Mark Elias filed a lawsuit challenging that new law in Iowa. That filing today
If you look around, you can probably find for like 17,000, 15,000 if you keep looking. I bought mine for 15,000. 15,500.
Additional measures are necessary to reassure Iowans, who turned out in record numbers in 2020, that this is the case. But to the extent any Iowans are concerned about the security of the state's elections, it's the result of efforts to plant and sow baseless mistrust, not because there's any evidence that the integrity of the state's elections are legitimately in doubt. Joining us now is Mark Elias, Democratic voting rights attorney. He's the founder of Democracy Docket.
You missed that wide open shot, bro?
Mr. Elias, it's nice to see you. Thank you for making time.
Great to see you again.
Let me just ask you first if I've screwed any of this up into telling, or if that's basically the lay of the land with this Iowa challenge that you filed in the family law.
As usual, you know exactly right. The Republicans have gone out and searched to find a problem that doesn't exist. They have passed a suppression law that, no matter what else they call it, it's just a suppression law.
Yep, put on this pink diamond
Response from the state
squad now, because you know it's that it's Galaxy Opal squad ain't doing it.
Public facing back and forth now that you sort of joined this fight with them.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything back from the state yet. You know, at some point,
What?
And then we'll go from there.
I didn't say he was wide open.
The fact is that Iowa had good, clean elections this November.
Oh, I held that way too long.
And without any reason other than to make voting harder, Iowa made voting
Should have
harder.
popped the shit out of that.
And that's the bottom line. And in doing that, they have disadvantaged our clients, and they have disadvantaged the voters of Iowa.
Mark, one of the reasons I wanted to talk with you tonight is because I feel like you have been impassioned in the last few weeks about the real threat, the severity of the threat coming from all of these Republican controlled states that are passing one after, or that are at least moving one after another bills to make voting harder. And I know this is a fight that you have committed yourself to for your whole career. And this is something.
Carter has 28 points. LeBron has 10. Steve Nash has 10. Zion only has 3.
Rachel, it's just different this time. And this is not to say that there are not other problems in the world. I recognize that there are other stories that have to be covered. But I am begging America and the media to pay attention to this. Right now, we are facing...
Whoa, you missed a wide open shot on with the takeover? I'll be pissed as hell. I'll be throwing my controller at the TV. Yep, he quit. Yep, he quit.
It's Arizona, it's also Montana, it's also Missouri, it's also Florida, it's also Texas. The list goes on and on. Donald Trump told a big lie that has led to...
Oh, whoever's on my stream that saw me make a man quit.
On January 6th. The assaults we're seeing going on now...
Was that you, Gordon?
The legislatures may be less deadly and be less violent, but they are every bit as damaging to our democracy.
You on my stream?
If this is a national avalanche of voter suppression, as you describe it,
yeah, he quit.
Is there a national response that is warranted from people who want to fight against this kind of voter suppression? Obviously, you're taking this on at the granular level. When Kim Reynolds...
Yeah, why don't you open your packs?
Most of these voter suppression laws actually signed into law, despite all the other ones that are moving fast in a lot of states.
My level went up to 27.
Against it. You are fighting granularly, you're fighting on those front lines. What can happen
10 tokens.
Nationally, or what can happen at the state level by non-lawyers, by citizens who care about these things?
Yes, first of all, at the federal level, we need HR law. And we need the reauthorization of voting rights act, and we need them soon. At the state level, what people can do is they can stand up. They can tell their neighbors and their friends that this is not okay. They cannot avoid the hard conversation when their crazy uncle says something crazy. They can confront it. They can go to town halls and confront their local legislators. Now is the time to stand up in public and be heard in the town square and say, we demand our democracy be protected.
But you say that we need HR 1, that we need the voting rights, the restoration and advancement of voting rights that's represented by that bill and by the John Lewis bill. The reason that there is cynicism that those will ever become law, even as
all right, I'm about to make a next man quit.
Is because the existence of the filibuster in the Senate and the resistance of some moderate Democratic senators to get rid of the filibuster, even if they were only to sort of tailor the filibuster so that it couldn't be used to block the voting rights legislation, it couldn't be used to block.
So Smithy started another game.
For example. I wonder if there's something that you would say to Arizona Senator Kirsten Sinema, for example.
I'm on my way.
In terms of the stakes in Arizona, and how that passing HR 1 by hook or by crook might save the country.
Here's what I'd say. There's a line from a Supreme Court decision several decades decades ago that said the First Amendment is not a suicide. Well, neither are the Senate. The Senate rules are there to allow for minority participation in debate, but it's not a suicide pact by which democracy gets destroyed. So I don't know the right mechanism, but one way or another,
He didn't really delete it.
Congress vote on HR 1.
He just thought he was good. He didn't really delete it.
Because whatever else is at stake, without a functioning democracy, we won't have anything else.
Mark Elias, Democratic Voting Rights Attorney, the founder of Democracy Docket.
Yo, go to
On this Iowa case and on this
invite some people to the party.
But I'd love to keep talking to you about it.
Thank you very much, Rachel.
All right.
How about we can go?
Speaking of voting rights, tomorrow night we are going to be joined exclusively here live by Stacey Abrams, former Democratic leader in Georgia, former gubernatorial candidate in Georgia, and national voting rights leader. Stacey Abrams has been warning specifically about Georgia Republican attempts to crush voting rights for years. Now that they are moving ahead with what is described as the most aggressive reward to anybody who provides information that leads to this suspect being identified. Now, it has been more than 60 days now that this person has been at large. This person who had the means and the knowledge to make operative pipe bombs and who placed them at political targets. It has been more than 60 days that this person has been at large. And all this time later, that's essentially all we know about the status of this investigation into the mad pipe bomber of the Capitol attack who's still out there. The federal investigators and prosecutors handling the ongoing investigations into the Capitol attack have been radio silent for weeks. Honestly, I don't know why this is, but the FBI and the DC U.S. Attorney's Office have not briefed the public on the subject since the week of the inauguration. Why is that? Among other things, that means we still have all these open questions about why the person who placed the pipe bombs is still at large, but also about how the overall prosecution of these cases is being handled. There's also a lot of interesting questions, hard questions that I think need to be asked, about the number of people who the FBI has asked for information about, who the FBI has suggested people who've been involved in serious crimes.
At least get one more person to play, yeah.
Tips back to the FBI and journalism, fleshing out those tips, finding these people and explaining them, in some cases broadcasting or recording confessions from these people about their involvement in the attack. But those things haven't resulted in any law enforcement activity toward those persons. Questions need to be asked about those things. We also don't know whether the overall investigation has been hampered or slowed down at all by the fact that the new leadership still hasn't taken over at the Department of Justice. There's still essentially a holding pattern. On that last point, at least, we may get some clarity soon. President Biden's nominee to lead the Justice Department, Attorney General designate Merrick Garland, is scheduled to have his final confirmation vote in the Senate tomorrow. On the day that he is sworn in, Merrick Garland will take ownership of all of these open cases and active investigations into what happened on January 6th and everything else. And maybe that will mean a new strategy dictating the prosecution of these cases. We'll see. We hope that it will mean more public-facing information about the status of these ongoing investigations, because the refusal to talk to the public about them is not good. And so far, that's happening during the Biden administration. And maybe it's because
like the selling stuff is so cheap. Kobe. So only saying right now he's at 95,000. Pink diamond. That is cheap. Just a couple of days ago he was at 280,000.
Along the way, find yourself in the Mazda CX-30. Want more power for your pursuits? Introducing the Mazda CX-30 Turbo with all-wheel drive.
Wait, you got one more person? Oh, 4-5. That makes life so much better. Wait, we're going to 95 and up? Oh, life just got rough. Alright.
Taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil sodium fiber helps to trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. It also helps lower cholesterol and slow sugar absorption to promote healthy blood sugar levels.
I could not no more.
And more energetic. Metamucil. Support your daily digestive health. And try Metamucil fiber things. A great taste hit is the way to start your day.
I'm about to have a point guard.
This is the Coca-Cola cartridge. It's so expensive, people just print in black and white so they don't have to keep buying it. Walk.
Oh, okay.
Big ink tanks, lots of it. And you can save a ridiculous amount of replacement ink. Red color, all you want. Not much you can put some. The Epson Eco Tank is still in chill. Available at it's a dish anywhere now. Watch white people. It's that time, which is a good thing. Because life is surprises. Even when there's an unexpected change in venue. Watch what you want, where you want, on up to 5 devices. And no extra charge. Dish. Tuned in to you.
You searched for cancellation. You found peace of mind. Trivago. Compare a combination of cancellation from the leading brands and find the best deal for you. Hotel, vacation rentals, flexibility.
Man.
So where are you paying high interest on your student loans? A new lower interest rate can save you thousands, and Splash can find you that new low rate from our network.
I'm hard, we are.
Visit splashfinancial.com today. Moonpod, a breakthrough in relaxation,
Nothing.
quickly becoming the world's most popular movement. Our custom zero gravity view technology has personalized solutions. Moonpod is the most comfortable place in the universe. Try yours today at moonpod.com.
Everyone wants to save on prescriptions. But are you saving the most? Check out RX Saver, a free coupon app and website where you can see prices and save up to 55% on your prescriptions. It could even beat your insurance copay. Just visit rxsaver.com, type in your meds, select your pharmacy, and show the coupon what you get.
I'm telling you,
Now
if
you're
this
in
goes
RX
sideways.
Saver. Remember, you haven't saved until you're in RX
Nothing.
Saver.
World has never felt quite like this. And understanding what it all means has never felt so important.
Listen to Why This Is Happening and watch All In on MSNBC.
Oh, where's the first one to be on me?
Today, 9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, the House will gavel in for the final debate on the Biden administration's big COVID relief bill. The American
Well, if y'all make your dunks,
We'll see. At least at face value, this thing's going to happen tomorrow.
you gotta grab rebounds.
The last two Democratic presidents. We're going to have full coverage of that tomorrow, plus Stacey Abrams with us here live tomorrow night. Now it's time for the last word with Lawrence O'Donnell. Good evening, Lawrence.
Good evening, Rachel. You know, Donald Trump is 74 years old, as we know. And my theory is he's going to be a defendant for the rest of his life. Because just the civil lawsuits that are out there now, civil lawsuits take years, there'll be appeals. There's Eric Swalwell's lawsuit, which is fascinating, claiming damages to Congressman Swalwell because of the invasion of the Capitol. That lawsuit is available to hundreds of members of Congress who could each individually file one of those lawsuits against Donald Trump. There could be no end.
When Benny Thompson filed the first
I'm on my way.
based on January 6th, and then Eric Swalwell
I got a spin to do.
slightly different one. That was the first time. What I thought was going to happen is that somebody would go first, that Benny Thompson would go first, and then other members of Congress would decide that they would join in, and it would become a larger class to sort of. I didn't realize actually everybody sued him for slightly different approaches to the same problem.
I'm about to sell my PlayStation.
I've spent the day studying Eric Swalwell's lawsuit. I'm going to be joined tonight by Harvard's constitutional law professor Lawrence Tribe to get his reading of the lawsuit. Because if he tells us that this is a substantial and real lawsuit, and it won't be dismissed, it will get to a jury, it will get to a Washington, D.C. jury, then that indicates there's going to be many
There's nobody spinning.
Yeah.
But I'm standing on a circle.
Thinking about this himself and writing about this.
That is some weird shit, bro.
We will do that. Thank you, Rachel.
Thanks, Lex.
And one of the things to
there you
watch
go.
is who will be the first criminally charged attacker of the Capitol, who turns on Donald Trump and files a lawsuit against Donald Trump, saying that Donald Trump was negligent in telling people to go to the Capitol and to fight. One of the counts in Congressman Eric Swalwell's lawsuit against Donald Trump is that Donald Trump's language and conduct at the rally before the attack on the Capitol was negligent, at minimum. And his negligence provoked people to attack the Capitol. Will Jacob Chansley at some point sue Donald Trump for what happened to him that day? Will he sue Donald Trump for fraud in making him believe that the election was stolen and he had to put on his horns and go to the Capitol and fight? Will Jacob Chansley sue Donald Trump for negligence by urging Jacob Chansley and thousands of others to go to the Capitol and fight?
Where are the good?
300 people whose lives have been disrupted.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because of Donald Trump told them to do. And what they did. What they did for Donald Trump got them arrested by the FBI. Which one of them will be the first to sue Donald Trump?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, yo. None of that shit happened. I don't know what you're talking about.
Which one of them will be the first to sue Donald Trump to pay for lost income and punitive damages for the time spent in jail? Because
I don't know what you're talking about.
Told them to do it. Which one of them will be the first to sue Donald Trump for fraud? Now that might sound like a crazy lawsuit to you.
This is it.
But not to them. They are all
No, I don't see these squad invites. That's the weird thing.
And so far, the cases against every single
Oh,
person
who you swearing
the
at?
Capitol show them to be crazy,
Yo.
stupid, or both. Jacob Chansley advertised his craziness.
Yeah, bro.
Fifth choice on January 6th. And today,
You better shut up before you get kicked.
Judge Royce C. Lambert, who was appointed by Republican President Ronald Reagan, used Jacob Chansley's craziness and stupidity.
I can get him to kick you in less than 3 seconds.
Jail before trial. The judge said that Jacob Chansley recognized the government's authority.
Yo, what killed me the most? Yo, I'm there sitting in the party, and all of a sudden, yo, the whole party got cleared out. I'm like, what the hell? Where'd everybody go? I look at the party list, yo, Skywalker kicked this person, Skywalker kicked this person, Skywalker kicked, we can go. I was like, holy shit. I'm like, yo. No, that was earlier today.
He entered the Capitol. He told them he entered the Capitol by the green.
Yeah, I joined the party. We can go join the party. Then a whole bunch of other people joined the party. Then all of a sudden, I started seeing everybody leave one by one. Everybody just leaving. I'm like, where did everybody go? I'm here sitting in the party by myself. I'm like,
that same day that he first talked to the FBI. This is what he said. The fact that we had a bunch of
I look at the messages. Skywalker kicked everybody down.
I consider that Jacob Chansley voluntarily drove himself to the FBI field office in Phoenix, Arizona to talk to the FBI, thinking that he, because he's so smart, could talk his way out of trouble, not knowing that he already had secretly been charged. During that discussion with the FBI at the FBI field office in Phoenix, defendant twice told law enforcement that he had plans to drive to the Arizona State Capitol. Corroborating those plans, law enforcement found the orange dress, face paint, 6-foot spear, and bullhorn in the defendant's car, which was parked outside the FBI field office. The defendant was then arrested at the Phoenix FBI office. He went to the FBI field office with the horn and the spear and the bullhorn in his car. Crazy.
What happened now?
Keepers. They are lying. Don't ever count on one of them to keep an oath. They are deranged people who are dangerous to themselves and to others. And the FBI is still looking for them, looking for deranged people who attack the Capitol. The FBI is still posting photographs on Twitter, asking for help in identifying invaders of the Capitol. Today, the FBI said they're looking for these people, these two, for assaults on members of the media. These pictures keep coming up every day. And today, the FBI released video of the person they say planted bombs outside the Democratic Party's headquarters and the Republican Party's headquarters in Washington, D.C. the night before the attack on the Capitol.
Alexa?
The FBI is asking for help.
Was working now?
That person. Also today, it was
oh, it's probably because I hooked my phone up to my mom's Wi-Fi, so the Alexa will automatically. Adrian, bedtime. Go. Give me a kiss. Love you. Hey, come here. Come here. Come here. Turn around.
Stop the steal events. About a dozen oath keepers have been charged among the more than 250 Capitol rioters identified by authorities. And leading off our discussion tonight is Democratic
Are you gonna steal my chips, man?
of the House Intelligence Committee, and he was the lead House manager prosecutor in Donald Trump's first impeachment trial in the United States Senate. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, Chairman Schiff. Really appreciate it.
So we have a bunch of slashes, right?
I want to go to the last point that we were covering here in tonight's reporting, and that is the connection between Trump confidants like Roger Stone.
Should I keep on Lob City Passer or take it off?
Invaders of the Capitol. There's also telephone data that has been collected from the cell phone services indicating that there were phone calls, tracing every phone call from the Capitol.
Can I change it to my 92 guy?
And there's evidence of at least one call to the White House.
I want to use my 92. Because he's a lot better.
Main components. The first is they're going out, the FBI fanning out throughout the country, identifying the insurrectionists, those that were carrying a spear or threatening the life of the speaker or the vice president.
Yeah, it does.
Tracking down and arresting them, and they're seeking detention, and the courts are ordering detention in some of these cases. But the other aspect of the investigation is
I need an invite, nigga. Send me an invite. What the hell?
You know, I haven't been part of those discussions yet.
I remember when y'all used to send. I remember when y'all used to send nigga invites to the neighborhood.
I can tell you
Like, damn.
investigation that we've had with Mueller for the purpose of deconflicting.
Usually the invites is.
You know, I don't think he was interested.
Usually the invites is for hours. As soon as someone says I'm gonna change my build. Usually the invite that's hit the screen so the person can just join right after. My 92.